Hello there, Stephanie Kammerman, the Stock Whisperer, here with this week's weekly whisper for 2019, May 20th. So I did a little experiment and I did some daily whispers, and I did ask you guys whether or not you preferred the daily versus the weekly, and I got amazing responses. Many of you really love both. I just can't do both every single week, but I will switch it off. So when we do come into earnings season again, I will switch back to the daily whispers. They're definitely better, especially when we're going through a correction as well, because we need those levels. But I will definitely share with you those major levels every day on the SPY. Okay, I know most of you do trade the S&P 500, including myself. So I will definitely map out some trades, especially if we do have a large move and we fall away from these parameters that I've set for this week. So if you had taken my whispers last week, wow, there were so many good ones. 120 targets were hit, and I think that my target ratio definitely is going to increase if I'm mapping out these trades pre-markets, because it gives me a chance to see where the big guys are loaded to buy and sell. It gives me a huge advantage, and that's really, that is how day traders are successful. They're watching the pre-market volume. I like to pay attention to stocks that have at least 100,000 shares pre-market, and I can see where those guys are selling, where they're buying. I can look in the ECN books, see where they're loaded, and that's how I got my levels to give to you. So if you're in my room, you see me doing that every morning. But if I do see anything that's definitely worth mentioning, I will post it out on the app. 62% gains were taken, and we had a crazy week, you guys. I mean, the volatility was insane. My whispers were being hit up and down, reversals. So great to have those levels, and I'll definitely try my best this week to walk you through as best as possible. However, if you want me to hold your hand and you want to actually follow my live trades, being in my room is where you need to be. I call out everything live, and I'm teaching while I'm trading. So let's get on with the stocks. So the SPY, you know, it looks like a last point of supply possibly for many of these major index ETFs. We've gone down, we've popped up, short covering bounce perhaps. So these levels are so key this week. If we break above 288, then I can see us moving to the top of this channel. However, if we go below 285, look out below. All right, I put up major old dark pool levels for you, really key. And dividend, yeah, June 21st, so we're not there yet, but I just wanted you guys to know when those dividends were. A lot of times the stock goes down in the morning on those dates. And of course, it's already implied in options. So, you know, we try not to trade into them or using that expiration. So the Russell came down to the bottom of this wedge. So if it can break above 155, I'm bullish. Below 152.50, I am bearish for the Russell. The QQQs, same thing, kind of looks like that last point of supply, which is actually Wyckoff, and it is bearish. So it's really key to watch this, how these stocks perform this week. This is so crucial. Bullish above 185, we up thrusted. Okay, it's high volume, above a major level, looks like a breakout. The sellers come in and knock it down. It's also a gravestone doji. It opens and closes at the same spot at the bottom, right? Looks like a gravestone. So those are my key levels for the QQQs. The DIA, all right, also very similar. So bullish above 259, bearish below 256. Let's talk about gold. IAU, the most dark pool activity that I've ever seen. That's huge. Okay, about 60 million of these blocks have been coming into IAU for a couple of weeks now. We had a splash up, and now we're coming down to test the lower price dark pool levels at about this 1220 for IAU. This is so key. Also, the gold futures hit that 1300. That's a major level. Of course, there's going to be sellers. If the gold futures can break above that, that's going to be massive. Okay, but we are down below that, and this is so crucial to watch this week. This 1212 level. Yeah, if we do break below, I'm going to assume they've been selling, and that's going to be very bearish. However, if we do bounce up and break above this 1240 level, okay, then I'm going to be bullish. But I don't trade IAU because it's very, very slow. GLD, key levels, 121.50, going to be bullish above, bearish below 120. GDX, bullish above 21, bearish below 20.25. I have a strangle on GDX going till the end of June. My levels are really up there, really high up, really below, really low. Soon as we start to move, I'll go closer in time and closer in strike price. I'll go 50 cents out of the money depending on what week it is. If it's Monday, I'll choose that Friday. If it's Wednesday, I usually go to next week. And I'm going to roll and roll and roll. I'm not going to try to peg the top or the bottom. I'm just going to keep going until it doesn't work anymore. I've been in this trade in gold many times. Just be a little patient. It's not going yet, but it will have a massive move soon. Okay, so let's go to FCX. Copper, yeah, we had some big prints and we are below them, and we are going to be bullish above 11. If we do start to move up higher, we gotta break above 11, bearish below 10.25. Silver had a pretty big print on Friday. Now this is a slow mover, so I'm not going to trade silver, but it's going to go with gold, and you definitely want to watch these levels. The print was 1353, so we're going to be bullish above 1360 and bearish below 1340. Now there are faster ways you can trade silver. USLV is one of them, or PAAS. But I prefer to trade gold with it. Just highly unusual. We haven't had a big print in a while. So let's go to oil, because this is also another sector I can see having a big move. And you can see I have a lot of whispers this week. They're just going to keep going. So USO, this was this week's whisper, bullish above 1325. Could not break above that. That's a key level. I spotted some sellers there on the book. So bullish above and bearish below 1287. That is a key level to the downside. If we cannot hold this lower trend line, look out below. We had a very highly unusual print on SCO. It's the Bear Ultra Short Bloomberg Crude Oil. Not telling you to trade this by all means. No, it's very dangerous, but you want to watch these levels because it's unusual. And usually when we see a big print on these bear ETFs, we have a big move in the sector. So the print happened at 1495. We are above that. Could be splashing. So we're going to be bullish above 1550, bearish below 1475. So if this moves up, oil moves down. If this moves down, oil moves up. And I definitely want to trade my favorite oil stock. So OIH is one of them. Had a big print as well. At 1536, we are below that at 1509. And we are going to be bullish only if it could break above 1550, which is right where that 8 exponential moving average is. And we're going to be bearish below 15. That's a major level. And OIH is definitely one of my favorites. I am in a strangle on this guy, Apache. Holy cow, 7.3 million printed. We've been going up, down, splashing all around. It's going to have a massive move as soon as it's done, stopping everybody out. Okay, so pay attention to this one. Bullish above 31.25, bearish below 30. 30 is a key level. So if we do break below that, I will add to the put side. of my strangle. Let's go to MRO. MRO had some decent prints as well. 1568, not this past week, but the week before. And this week, another one at 1580. So I'm going to be bullish if it could break above 1580 and bearish below 1540. Let's check out XOP. Another one that had a lot of prints. Oh yeah, been splashing around. So this week, bullish above $30.12. Bearish below $29.37. I use a lot of 8s, as you can tell. Yeah, the market loves to trade on these guys. So let's go to financials, because we had a lot of dark pool on the financials. Let's start with the ETF, XLF. Let's roll this up. Okay, here we go. We're going to be bullish above 27.25. Yep, I need a break above that. And bearish below 26.75. XLF is a little too slow for me, but needed to tell you about those massive prints. Look at this closing print, 26.88. Wow, that's massive, actually. Yeah, you got to add 2 more zeros. It's a 5 million closing print for XLF. In fact, here, and you can see, here's my Live Vol Pro. Yep, you can see it right here, 26.88. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. If I look back, actually, let's just see. See, the day before, 2 million. And these are all duplicates. So that's pretty heavy. All right, let's look at the day before. I don't usually pay attention. See, nothing big. To market on close or opening unless they're highly unusual. See, nothing big at the end of the day on the 14th. Yeah, this is how we know they're up to something. We should get a really big move this week. All right, cool. So let's go to Bank of America because I like to trade that. This is my favorite. In fact, I'm already in it. However, I'm going to add to my position. Only if we go above 29 am I going to be bullish, okay? I am bearish below 28 this week. We are below that 28.34 print that I had sent out a push notification this week. So if we break below 28, look out below for Bank of America. JP Morgan. Yeah, JP Morgan has a gap that has not been filled yet. We did have the fake out, right? The gap fake out is when they, just draw the line here. They take it down to the strongest level before the gap, and then they push it up. Yeah, a nice $3, right? And then bam, they fill it in a lot of times. So watch for that trade this week. We're going to be bearish below 109.50. And we're going to be bullish only above 112. Let's go to UBS. We had a big print, 2 million at 12. So we're going to be bullish above 1220, bearish below 1180 for UBS. Morgan Stanley. Massive unusual print. We don't normally get one. 44.35, and I've been watching it shake, rattle, and roll. And I'm going to get into this one if it closes below 43.50 on the short side. I will only turn bullish above 45. Because if that's a buy print, we should easily be able to go up, break above this 8 exponential moving average and major level 45. I love that V-shape trade through a major level. 45 is the major level, $5 increments with volume. And as long as those dark pool prints are below us, then I would turn bullish. But if we are below, I'm going to be a bear. Let's go to, we have a lot of financials. Wells Fargo, also lots of prints, bullish above 46.50, bearish below 45.50. H-bound, another one with unusual prints, bullish above 13.50. Oops, I think I forgot to draw trend lines here. Bullish above 13.50 and bearish below 13 for H-bound. Let's turn and go to technology and move this up, right? We have lots of whispers this week. But pick your favorite ones. I don't expect you to go through all of them. What I suggest is you make a list. A market viewer list is what I use in my platform. And in the morning, I put them all in there with the levels. And then in the morning, like this, let me show you what I do, because I have this from last week. So, but instead of the user notes, I put the prints here for last week to pick the daily whispers, which ones had volume pre-market. This week, I'll put all my stocks there with levels. And in the morning, I look to see what has volume pre-market. I come in really early. And those are the ones that I'm going to trade because I have a huge advantage seeing that pre-market volume. So I suggest that you do the same. Okay, and of course, stick with stuff you like. Don't trade crazy stocks. I try to have a little bit for everybody. I'm very conservative, so I trade the slower pace stocks. Like I was trading CMCSA, AT&T, Bank of America this week. And I do trade the SPY a lot. But there's a lot of traders in my room that like high speed, so they were trading NVIDIA, and all those higher speed stocks. So stick with what you like. And there's enough for everybody here. So XLK, I also have a strangle on this one. Yeah, we figured out in our room, so much cheaper to strangle the XLK than the SPY, and they move tandemly. So we will add to the right side. But I'll be bullish above 76.25 and bearish below 75. Let's see, Apple. Lots of prints on Apple, bullish above 192.50 and bearish below 187.50. So I don't trade Apple very much, a little bit crazy for me, but that's okay. I know many of you love it, so I'm going to put it on my whispers. STM. We're going to be bullish above 17.50 and bearish below 16.75. Tons of prints on this one. We have Microsoft. Also another one that I don't trade very often, but it looks amazing. It up-thrusted through that 130 level. So we're going to be bearish below 128. Bearish below 125, but bullish if it can break above that 128.75 level. And Snap, really big prints. We closed above them, 11.26. Were the prints. We're going to be bullish above 11.64, bearish below 11 this week. So China's been all over the news. We had lots of prints. So this week, and we've been kind of going sideways here, right? Down, up, down. Are we going to go up again? If it's a W, that's pretty bullish. Bottoming pattern if it is. But if we do break below, look out. Okay, so bullish above 41.75, bearish below 40.75. Let's move this up a little bit. All right, you can see we're coming down. Coming down to the end. Bonds. I'm loving the bond trade, and I'm going to tell you I hated the bond trade all year. I actually stopped trading it for like months and months. But we got those huge, massive prints at 122.98, and I've been riding this up. We got another set of prints that just came in at 125.69. So we are above it. Are we splashing still? I don't know. So this week, if we break above 126.50, bullish. I'm going to add on to my call position. However, if we go below 125, I will turn bearish for those 20-plus year Treasury bond ETFs. All right, CMCSA. My whole room was in this. This was fantastic. Love this trade. We had a massive 5.5 million print on this at 42.40. A lot of my traders bought those options, and we've been rolling them. Okay, Paul, you rocked this thing. I think he was in 3 different option trades. I still love it. Bullish above this week if you're not in it yet. 43.75. It still has a long way to go up if this is buying. Bearish, however, if it does turn down and goes below the prints, I will turn bearish below 42.25. GT, Goodyear Tire, has been getting killed. And this is a stock that has a really nice dividend. Is this the bottom? Look at the volume that's been coming in the past 2 days. Okay, so we do get a shake first in the opposite direction, but if it does pull up, going to be bullish above 13. We had a big 1.3 million at 1588, but if it does break below 1550, that's going to be bearish. But if we do start to turn up and especially go above this 8 exponential moving average, I like this in my long-term portfolio. It's one of those really just, you know, good company, really low P ratio, high dividend. If they're buying here, it's a good entry. If not, then don't. Let's go to JCI. Going to be bullish above 39.25, bearish below 38.75. We had nice prints that came in on that at 39.20. JD bullish above 30 and bearish below 29 for JD. KR, really sneaky prints. A lot of smaller prints that added up between 24.01 and 24.91. Almost as if they didn't want us to see that they were getting into this position or getting out. Either way, I'm going to be bullish above 25 and bearish below 24. Coca-Cola. We've been riding this thing all the way up for this gap fill. We did the gap fake out. We finally got the gap fill. However, we got some pretty big prints this week. Yeah, it's been a while. So watch this because I'm going to be bearish below 49. We could have a retracement back down. But I will be bearish above 49.52. Pfizer, I don't recommend trading drug stocks, but I just couldn't ignore these prints. I mean, they were just coming in droves. I highly suggest if you're going to trade it, do some lottery ticket option trades. Don't risk a lot. You just never know if the FDA is going to approve, disapprove a drug. And so it's always a higher risk sector. However, I'll be bullish above 41.75 and bearish below 40. Also, Teva Pharmaceuticals, another one in the drug sector, gotten hammered, massive prints. So bullish above 12.20, bearish below 11.25. I highly suggest options. Union Pacific, we don't get prints on this very often, so I had to put this one in. We got a 433,000 print, 173.21. That's like a Warren Buffett kind of print. We're going to be bullish above 176, bearish below 172.50, and last but not least is XLP. This is the Consumer Staples ETF. Top holdings: PG, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Walmart, Mondelez, PM, Altria, MO, WBA, CL. 1.5 million printed. 58.14. The options are decent on this. We're going to be bullish above 58.25 and bearish below 57.50. So there you have it. There's your weekly whisper. Until next time, happy trading. That's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. My secret.